Hi, I'm Mike Miller, and Options360 is really near and dear to my heart because in 1953, when I was born, had abortion been legal, I wouldn't be sitting here right now.
You know, it's a wonderful thing to see souls saved, and God's been good to me, and I've been able to see hundreds of souls saved, but saving a life that hasn't even had its beginning in this world.
And I can't think of a more godly thing to do, or a more Jesus-centered, Jesus-hearted thing to do than come alongside of those young mothers who are in turmoil, who are confused, and come alongside them, giving them healthy information, leading them to love and not death, leading them to life and not death. What would Jesus do? That's exactly what Jesus would be doing.
I was illegitimate. My mom was afraid, and had she had the choice at that time, she would have taken my life. I'm glad she didn't.
God's people cannot just stand by and let this happen and watch this happen. You know, we have to do, I think it's our responsibility as Christians to stand up for these lives.
It was so powerful. The Lord took hold of my heart and says, kid, you need to stand up for my kids. You need to be faithful to my kids. You need to guard the hearts of those who are being slaughtered. And you know about it. And you know about it. So I said, okay.
When you think about that, that's amazing. That is a huge impact, because who knows what those children are going to grow up to be? Who knows what their calling of God is going to be? Who knows the lives and the love and the future of those children? We don't know it. We'll see it on the other side of heaven. And it's going to be played on the big screen, man. But thank God for the people that have that vision now on this side of heaven.
I've spent the last 28 years of my life traveling throughout this country, speaking in public schools. And I've had the privilege of talking to over 3 million kids. Primarily what I talk to kids about is teen suicide prevention. And I can't even begin to tell you the number of kids that I have talked to that were suicidal because of abortion. When a kid gets pregnant and the abortion providers tell them that it's a tissue mass, that it's an inconvenience, that they need to think about their future. And once they take their money, that child is sent back out into the world with no counseling, no support. And a lot of these kids have never even told anyone, their parents, anyone, that what they've done. And then the reality of what sets in takes place. The guilt, the shame, the hurt, the pain. What do? Where do they go?
But I love Options360. I love it because you've stood not just on the front line, you've stepped past the front line. You moved into an office right next to Planned Parenthood, and I love that. You said we're going to go into the territory. We're not going to just stand back. We're going to go into the territory. We're going to care for the hearts of the ladies walking through past us.
Abortion isn't just the loss of a child. It's the pain of the mother. It's the degrading of our society. And like I said at the beginning, it's personal to me. I've spent my life helping others. And had I been born 20 years later, I'd have never had the chance.
It's easy to stand against something, but not for something. And so you went into the territory, their territory, and said, we're going to stand beside you, and we're going to call on the God of the universe, the creator God, and we're going to call him here to help and to protect his children, and you're one of them. We day to day go back to the trenches, and we put our arms around broken and hurting people. We love them. We care for them. That is the Father's heart. That is the Father's heart. To love the broken and hurting people.
You would want to see more of that in Christian businesses. coming alongside, Options 360. I think Options 360 is the only option that I know of in Clark County that is front and center out there doing this work in such an organized way. And I think it's incumbent upon us as the big church, as the church, the local church, Christian business people, even in the private sector, to get behind Options 360, get behind this work. And we need to be about that. We need to be doing that. And if we don't stand up for those babies, who will?